Hi, I'm Suzanne, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. Welcome to my weekly Monday Makes video on my blog and YouTube channel. The card designs I share today are simple, fun, and easy to recreate. I also sell the products I feature in this video. I hope you enjoy my free video tutorial and would love to see you shop with me. For today's cards, I am using Memories and More card pack from the new catalog on page 155. However, I wanted to point out that there is on page 171 a lot of Memories and More cards that are available right now. Memories and More are coordinating packs of cards that let you create projects quickly or step up projects easily. The card packs are perfect for card making, memory keeping, or any other project that you can dream of. And I am showing you the World of Good Memories and More card pack, and that is what I'm going to create our projects today. So I am going to do 6 cards. And I just realized that there are assorted Memories and More cards and envelopes. I didn't even notice that, but there are cards that actually are sized perfectly, but I am just using regular white cardstock, and I am going to use some of the embellishments and ribbon that comes from the World of Good card, the suite really. So like I said, I had to cut this down to fit a regular card base that we use here in North America and Canada. Well, Canada's in North America, right? Oh, my geography. So this was we're going to go from the very simplest to the more complicated. So this is the simplest card that I could come up with. I have glued the shiny gold world for the card front, and then dimensionalize the Be the Change You Wish to See in the World card. And now I am putting a little bit of, with that extra strip, I'm just going to put that on the inside. I have learned that wet glue is probably not the best adhesive for this because you can glue your project together. So maybe just dry adhesive. And you don't see me put the embellishments on until the very end. And these embellishments, the one on the top, I actually removed because I didn't like it. But I kept the one on the bottom. So this was simple card number 1. So this is card number 2. And I again use wet glue to adhere my gold piece to that is new cinnamon cider cardstock. Perfect for it's a beautiful, almost neutral. I think I could use this as a neutral. Anyway, and then that little extra piece that came off that, so I cut that down, and now I'm going to cut it just so it squeezes right in the smaller Memories and More card that says Dream, Discover, and Explore, putting dimensionals on there, and then adhering that to the front of the card. Making sure everything is straight. I end up pulling up the smaller one at the bottom and then sneaking a ribbon underneath as well. So you'll see that in the stills here, but I will show you how I did it at the very end of the video. Creasing with my bone folder, I put a little bit of wet glue on the corner of this card, and then I thought I was going to use all my little pieces in here, so you're going to see me decorate the inside of cards just a little bit. No stamping, just a little bit of extra paper. As I said, there's no stamping in this video. So this is the simplest card making projects that you could get, which that's the reason why it's today on Monday. I also have a little white piece of paper on the inside, and I probably should have glued that corner, to the white piece as opposed to the cinnamon cider piece, but whatever. And you can see I've used that little leather, well, it's called suede trim, and a little travel sticker, and then the little buckle, your suitcase buckle. So cute. All right. This is, I again cut it down. So this is a black piece of cardstock that I used. And then I just sort of adhered wet or dry adhesive. And that's one of the little tricks I had to learn. If you want to put adhesive on it and you want it to be cattywampus, you have to go on the opposite angle. I hope that makes sense. So you flip it over and then you opposite angle, and then you put your dry adhesive on, and then you flip it over and you opposite angle stick it down. I hope you're picking up what I'm throwing down. You might be confused. Just watch the video again and you'll get it. All right, so I'm not throwing away any of my little pieces because I could decorate with. So, and here I've cut down I think the world of you to a manageable size. I don't even remember what size it was, but maybe might be 4x4. It's possible. And then that little piece, the grid piece, I adhered to a white liner, and this white piece will just go on the inside of the card. I did glue it down with wet glue, the flap there. I wasn't 100% sure where I was going to stick it and how I was going to do it. So I'm mixing up my adhesives here. But I thought, do I do it that way? Oh, no, I flipped it around and I did it this way. And I really like it. And I put those corners on afterwards, and a little strip of stripe of, I don't even know, a sticker that sort of went. But I'll show you all the embellishments after. And I'm going progressively more detailed. So this is the fourth card. Glued down the card front here. It's a beautiful gold world map. And then I trimmed down this piece. The sentiment says, "The world cracks open for those willing to take a risk." And it is a quote from Frances Mays. So I trimmed that down, and then I just used dry adhesive to stick it to a white piece. And this is the reason why I like wet glue for this, because I can wiggle it into place so that it was perfectly straight, and it wasn't. So I was kind of stuck and committed with dry adhesive. So then I just took my scissors and trimmed it so that it was perfectly straight, and then put dimensional adhesive on the back. I was going to put it off into the corner, and then I was going to completely omit Australia. So I figured that I would just cover up, most of Europe instead. Okay, so now I have my paper snips here, and I am fussy cutting the top portion of that smaller card. It was really simple. I went really slow. Didn't move my scissors much. And then here's a little trick. I came in with my Mossy Meadow marker, probably the first time I've ever used this color, and went around the edges of my paper so that it looked like I cut it out perfectly. Little trick. So I adhered that on the inside of the card, and there you are. The fourth card here, I think it might be my favorite, but I think the fifth card might be my favorite too. I don't know. I like them all. I adhered the shiny paper down. It says travel, repeat, work, play, travel, repeat, work, play. Now, as I did in the other card, I am fussy cutting the globe out. So I wanted to share with you how I do this. So my video is sped up twice. So it's, twice as fast as I would normally cut, twice as fast as I would normally produce. And you can see how slowly I'm going. So, and I'm tugging with my left hand just a little bit. So there's tension on my paper snips. And you can see that I don't move my paper snips very much. I'm cutting at the part of the scissor that's closest to the join and not the free edge. So I find that works best. It also resists that tension that I'm pulling with my left hand, and it gives me a decently smooth cut. However, I'm going very slow. So I think maybe folks think that fussy cutting is done very quickly, and it's just because I speed up the video that it looks quick. So here's my little trick again. This was Sahara Sand, which is probably my all-time favorite neutral color, aside from white. And, well, white's not a color, though. It's devoid of color. So this is my favorite neutral. And again, I colored, and then I looked to make sure I didn't miss anything. And now I'm going to put this on a circle. Now I didn't cut this out by hand. I'm not that perfect. I used my layering circles, and this is the one I used. Now, if you don't have a die cutting machine or a layering circle die, you can, do exactly the way I did it before. Draw a circle, use a pencil and a lid of something, and go slow and cut a circle. It's that simple. Or a punch. You could probably purchase a punch somewhere. And then I did add a little bit of embellishments to this one. It says, "Dare to live the life you've always wanted." This is a great graduation card, or, like that coming of age card, or I don't know, just something to celebrate young folks moving on into the world. Now, look, this is a beautiful brand new color. In color, it's called Misty Moonlight. I was calling it Misty Morning the other day, so I was completely off base there. I have put that to a Whisper White thick card base. This is one of the Memories and More cards, the larger cards. I cut a little strip off of it, because I didn't realize that there are assorted Memories and More cards and envelopes that you can purchase that are the proper size for the Memories and More cards. That's on my list, kids. All right, so I have a ruler here. I'm not being too precise. I have an aqua painter, and I am painting water on a little strip on all four sides. So probably about 1/4 of an inch in. Let it soak for a second, and now I'm kind of bending it. I'm showing you all my mixed media tricks in this one. So now I'm ripping the wetted paper, so it offers a little bit more, I don't know, it's easier to rip when it's wet, but you don't want it soaking either. And you're pulling towards you, and you're trying to get long, beautiful rips. So there's a little trick for you. And then, because this is a thick card, I decided just to fold it. And like it would be folded in a pocket or jean pocket or whatever. You've probably seen that when you've done laundry, and you'd be like, it's all folded up and in my jeans. What the heck? So I'm trying to get that look a little bit like a slightly worn. I do like this layered type of a card. I think it's actually really cool for guys. Black and blue and gray that's a good combo right there. So I did put dimensionals on it because I want it to have, texture. I hang it off the edge a little bit. I'm covering that circle, that brown circle, because the brown just doesn't go with my motif here. So I trimmed down the sentiment. It says, "It's never too late in life to have an adventure." I popped it up on dimensionals. So there's one layer of dimensionals on the bottom of that sentiment bit and double layers on the top. These are the bits that I cut off of it. So this is a gray strip. And then the strip that I cut off the reverse side of the card, the white card front there. And I did put some embellishments on here, as you see, and we will move into the embellishment part section of this video shortly. Okay, so I have all of my cards out in front and I have some embellishments. So they're brand new. They're called Antiqued Corner and Slides Elements. You get 30 pieces. And they are in the new catalog in the embellishment section, but you can also get them in the World of Good suite. And then here I have, and I just adhered them with glue dots. And then here's that little stripey, I think it's like a brown. So it might be early espresso and gold, but it was just something to fill up that bottom of the black card. For the world, the Golden World map, I just used this, I don't even know what it is. I think it's a north, south, east, and west compass type thing. So that was for that one. And then the Dream, Discover, and Explore card, I just took the, let's see, it is called, I'm looking right now, Early Espresso. I think it might be like the suede trim. Anyway, it's beautiful. It's very soft. Yeah, it's really nice. A nice ribbon. I wrapped it around the card, so I sort of lifted up the card to squish the ribbon underneath. I secured one end with a glue dot. Then I tightly wrapped, and then I put like another glue dot and then tightly wrapped and got right before the slide or the belt loop or whatever you want to call it. And then I put a glue dot on so it's on the other side. So it's all sandwiched in. Trimmed it off so it looks like, a bag belt. And then I also adhered a little gold sticker that says travel. I love that. For the blue card, Be the Change You Wish to See in the World, these little angles here, triangles, I put one on the bottom and then one on the top. And I feel I took the one on the top off because I didn't like it. I liked it initially, and you know how you look at something, you're like, no. So and it was easy enough to pull up. All right, and the last, okay, so this is the sort of mixed media one. I did put that sticker strip on angle, but I didn't like it, so I lifted it up and moved it a little bit right after I adhered this world. I think it was the world that made me go, no, this has got to be straight. And then I put the world straight. And then I put a little black circle with one of those like a compass thing. And these are just embellishments. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You can do what you want. And that's the thing. All the Memories and More cards have these little sticker pages. So these sticker pages, I know that there's a lot of folks who actually really like doing these memory journals. I personally don't have really a big use for them, but I do really like journaling. But I think if I had a family, it would make more of a difference. I just have me and the cats, and it's kind of boring if you looked at, my memory book of just me and the cats. All right, and then I did add just a little bit more to this last card, another compass and another little black dot, and that is my cards for today. Thank you so much for hanging with me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. On screen are 2 more videos for inspiration. Click on the maple leaf for my blog, or click on me to subscribe to my channel. Thanks again for watching.